Hey everybody, Steven here. Today looking at the Beverage Barricade. This has been blowing up right now on social media. This seems extremely practical, so I wanted to try this out for myself. Big thing is just seeing if it will hopefully keep the drink longer, not just cover it up, but a lot of times maybe drinking a soda and I don't finish it. If I can put it in the fridge and then when I go to get it again in a couple hours, it's still fresh and it doesn't actually go flat, that would be awesome. So I'm going to test that out with this, but for right now I just want to actually get this thing out and try to see how it fits on this. They do on the back here show how it does that, and then you also have the ability to clip this to your keychain. Alright, let's just grab one here. Here we have the little hole where you can clip this onto your keychain. So, slide to open, push to snap. So let's open this thing up here. Okay, so slide that on, easy enough. Push to snap. Oh, okay, so it actually clips into the ring on this. Then you can slide it over. That's awesome. And then you would lift this up, so it should fully be sealed. I highly doubt it's actually sealed enough that it wouldn't leak if I dumped it over. I'm actually going to go ahead and test that out and showcase that as well. That's pretty awesome. So the test here, I'm not going to do it with this drink. I'm actually going to drink this one, but I'm going to grab a Coke. I'm going to open it up, take a drink, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge, and then I'm going to let it set for a couple hours and then try it again. I'll have B-roll showcasing that. I'll come back through and just do a little bit of voiceover with it, and I will showcase me actually just testing to see how sealed it is. But that's going to be the big test. Does it keep its freshness? But the seal so far, just with that, I do like that. And then you can just pop it back up if you need to. That's pretty awesome. Boom, snaps in. It's one of those very practical things that you're surprised this hasn't been invented like decades ago. This thing is pretty cool, at least with that initial setup. But let's go ahead and click over now. I'm going to run those tests and then we'll see, does it really keep your drink fresh for hours after you open it?
All right, so I want to make this short, sweet, and to the point. Opened up a Coke can. So from that point, I tested at the 1, 2, and 3 hour mark. And for those, it kept its freshness, so it didn't feel like it was starting to turn flat. I then had to go to work. And so by the time I came home from the initial opening of the Coke until that point, it had been 8 hours. And that's where I started to taste at least an initial amount of flattening for the pop or the carbonation, maybe 10-20%. And then I put it back in the fridge, and then I waited until the next morning, and at that point it had been 20 hours, and then it had diminished down to about 30, maybe 40% carbonation. So it does a pretty good job at keeping it sealed. It feels to me pretty close to a regular plastic bottle cap. It's not quite that good, but it is, I would say, probably 70-80% of that. Because with those, you can keep the freshness much longer, but this, again, gets pretty close to that. So I think this is an extremely practical buy. These are dishwasher safe, so you can wash these. It's not going to seal it 100%, but outside of that, in terms of being able to cover up your carbonated drink to keep that freshness, this is going to do a really, really good job at that. So that is going to wrap this video up. I hope this has helped you in regards to your purchasing decision when it comes to this product.